My name is Adrian Nanchev, and this channel is all about championing hemp's use and bringing it into mainstream conscience. So, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification to be part of the movement. Now, why is it that Adidas's hemp shoe that was released a few years ago was rather successful, and what does it mean? There's 4 things we can learn from it. Firstly, the Smith Vulc Happy shoe was released in 4/20, I believe 2014. So they released it in time for the national, cannabis smoking bonanza, which demonstrates right out the bat that there is a loyal fan base of people that will consume, hemp products, and that these people that smoke cannabis arguably would also transfer over to buying hemp products as well. And or because it's Adidas, so it might be not purely because it's hemp, but because it's Adidas, or maybe in some cases both. 2 things I love, Adidas and hemp, combined together, and they had to have it. No, it's not as they could have got it. It was like maybe they had to have it. So I wouldn't be surprised if some people queued up overnight to buy it. Just how some people queue up overnight, or over weekends and days, for Apple hardware. Other thing we can learn that there is indeed a demand for products made of hemp, which kind of goes on to the first point as well. But if there's demand for shoes made of hemp, then chances are that demand can also cross over and spill into other products made of hemp. Perhaps even not necessarily the same people, same demographics, but similar people who want those kind of products or would appreciate something made out of hemp, especially if presented with some benefits and features as to why it's a bit better than what they're using already. Thirdly, it shows us that big companies do take hemp seriously, because Adidas would not move into creating a hemp shoe unless they were reassured that it would sell to a certain amount. Now, what's interesting is that I don't know what the response is to it today, because as far as I know, they haven't got a follow-up to it. They haven't got they're not continuing the line. So that's what makes me think it was a one-off, just to celebrate the occasion, and or just to test what would happen. However, you can find these shoes and similar styles to it on eBay and places like that, on Amazon probably as well. So that means that kind of follows the first thing, that there's still demand for it, even though it might be underground. Because I don't imagine that they sell many people who, random sellers who are selling the hemp shoe today. I don't imagine they get many orders for the Adidas hemp shoes. But it also shows that they can take it seriously, and that hemp can be integrated into their production line. Because that hemp was grown somewhere. Chances are it was grown outside the States, and probably in Canada. But they grew it somewhere, they imported it, and they built it somewhere. Or even maybe what they did was they just built they went to a factory, asked for a custom design, and white labelled it. Maybe, no idea. Lastly, it shows us that there's also a nationwide demand for hemp. Not necessarily just a localised one, but nationwide. And probably international as well. So the 420, because it's found online on eBay, it shows that it's national demand as well. So that means that we can target people who love and give a shit about hemp in Massachusetts, California, Washington State, Florida, and maybe even beyond, Alaska, Puerto Rico, Hawaii. This is an interesting little case study, what Adidas did here. I'm confident with further research, especially what happened behind the scenes, what their thought process was, why they chose to do this is interesting. But by gleaning it, just by looking at it, we can glean certain good signs that hemp has a place in today's society. It's worthwhile understanding that. Also, it's worthwhile understanding that we want hemp. We do hemp shoes as well. Click on the link in the description. I'll take you to some information there. Now, the question of the day is: what do you know about big companies using hemp in their production line? Do you know anything else about what Adidas have done? Do you know anything else that I may have missed? Do you know any other big company using it? I understand that places like Morrison's here in the UK, which is a big supermarket, stock certain kind of hemp foods. This is good hemp, which is grown in the UK, and it's milk. They do it, but it is in the far. They sell that, but it's in the really dark, not dark, but it's in the far corner of the store. So they don't anticipate many sales, but they do anticipate some sales. So that's interesting little that's interesting little sign right there. It's a good signal. But the question of the day is, do you know of any other big companies using it? And also, check out the description for any hemp shoes. We want hemp, we sell them as well. But also, while you're there, click on the subscribe button in the video, or before you go even, click on the subscribe button and press the bell notification next to it to join the hemp movement. How cool is that?